In a time long ago, there lived in the kingdom of Gallowmere a sorcerer named Zerok. This arrogant, pitiless man hated his fellow citizens for their simple and peaceful ways. So he raised an army of demons and set out to take the realm for his own. The king's champion, Sir Daniel Fortescue, led the militia in the battle against this unholy horde. Songs are still sung of how he spearheaded the charge deep into the accursed multitude, how demons fell before him like wheat before the scythe, and how at last, though mortally wounded, he destroyed the sorcerer utterly. Fortescue went down in history that day as the hero of Gallowmere, and a time of peace began, which was to last for 100 years. And then the sorcerer returned.
Hey guys, Yuyukirby here with a brand new Let's Play of MediEvil Remastered. I know it's after Halloween, but I honestly was excited for this game, so let's just let's play it. I never grew up with this game, unlike how I did with Spyro. I mostly, well, not the full game at least. I mostly played the demo. I always love that touch. That was 7 in the original too. Yes, and yeah, like I said, I know it's past Halloween, but we're sticking with zombies. The zombies never die. Well. Yep. Yep. Dan script. Rise and shine, Dan. Looks like you got a second chance at this whole hero thing. Try not to blow it this time, okay?
It has risen again. Sir Daniel Fortescue, see? The hero of Gallowmere who fell at the first charge. The fog of war and the shrouds of time conspire to turn the arrow fodder into the saviour of the day. But we knows better. Let it alone. Fate has given it a second chance. A chance to forget the ignoble truth. A chance to defeat Zarok and live up to the legend. We hopes it does well.
Yep. We play as Sir Daniel Fortescue, the hero of Gallowmere who died in the first charge against the wizard Zarok. We return to where he was. You can find a chest of money, which you can use. Well, 2 chests of money. You also can find. Oh, do I have it in a minute? Oh yeah. You also will find Dan's helmet, which is a hard mode bonus thing. We're not going to be doing that. It will all do is it just lets you use more, take more damage. But yes, fate and sheer coincidence has given Dan a second chance in life and a chance to stop Zarok.
You must be out of shape after 100 years lying on your back. Use the crypt to get to grips with your new lease on life.
And yes, he also has no jaw, so all his things will be mumbled. You open this chest to get some throwing daggers, which are a ranged weapon. You also can use Dan's arm. It is the weakest thing he has in his arsenal, but you can either throw it like a boomerang or swing it around like a club.
Some weapons contain powers and abilities beyond the ordinary. Be sure to test every weapon to discover their secondary abilities. Some weapon abilities are immediate, and some may need a bit of time to charge before they realize their full potential.
Yep, press and hold circle to charge the weapon and release it to unleash attacks. The charged throwing knives is a triple shot. Excuse me. Head and move a little bit forward to collect the star rune. Star runes, runes in general are basically how you unlock the way. But yes, as you can see, we have 4 methods of 4 slots in our inventory. We have melee weapons like our arm, ranged weapons like our throwing dagger, armor like our helmet, but we will be getting shields, and like one in a little bit. And items like runes, any item that you acquire, and you also have the Book of Galamir, which is basically going to be our bestiary. Except for one moment, I will actually be playing these at the end of each episode to show off the new stuff. So, don't worry. Just only once. Move forward to get to a statue of Dan when he was alive, and to collect a small sword. All swords will have the same charge, which is a 360 spin. Open the chest to grab a shield. Yes, these shields have durability. They did this before Zelda.
During your travels through Galamir, you will collect many items. To see your items or to use one, review your inventory. In it, you will also find your Book of Galamir, which will keep a record of the denizens you've encountered and bestow you with keen insights that only a disembodied voice could provide.
Yep. First, yep. Yeah. So you can swap between weapons. You can also do, yeah. All right, cool. You can have either a primary or a secondary weapon. Like this little bit of gold.
Any treasure that you find will be added to your coin total. Coins are used to buy items from the greedy merchant gargoyles.
Yep, we will be having merchants in this game. Talk to this one.
When you're ready to leave this crypt, you'll find an exit at the end of the hall. To unlock the gates, you must find a runestone and place it in the ornate hand set next to the doorway.
Jimmy.
You will find life bottles throughout Galamir. They contain the same magic that rose you from your slumber and will raise you from the dead once again. When your life is low, using this bottle will help you feel a little better. And remember to fill it when you can.
Yep, just like in Metro games, you kind of have an energy tank system, which each life bottle holds 300. When our holds 300 health. When our health hits 0, we will be immediately revived using that life bottle. If we die and we don't have any life bottles filled, it will be game over. Move up the stairs. Let's talk to this last door.
Track down Zerok by retracing his diabolical odyssey through Galamir. You can spot the exits from an area by looking out for his stinking trail of magic slime.
And yep, that is the first stage done. Yeah, pretty short. Also, you will see this loading screen every time you enter the map. Yes, there is a map screen. And it will basically, the fog of war will move the further you go. So right now, we can only go to the graveyard. Some of you might recognize that this is the second stage of the demo. That's honestly how it did. Take your first steps as a hero and slay some helpless zombies. They may seem cranky, but they just woke up from a nice, long nap. And yep, the graveyard is called Fortescue, so... Anyway, welcome to the game. Welcome to the game. We have zombies. Any enemies you slay will automatically be added to your bestiary.
Welcome back to your beloved Galamir. The stinking dead have risen up to dance with the lifeless living. And they want to do it over your dead body.
We're not going to allow them to do that. Honestly, you will see me using ranged weapons a lot in this game. Mostly because, mostly on account of, honestly, I like using them like that. Oop. That guy's now too far.
That small light following you around is a wisp. The heroes of the Hall are not supposed to intervene in mortal affairs, but when they heard that Sir Daniel Fortescue had a shot at redemption, well, they decided to give you a hand with your depth perception. He will circle enemies, helping you direct your ranged attacks, but he'll also let you know what things might merit a closer look.
Yep, basically he is our targeting reticle. Here's an earth rune. All runes do the same thing. You just need to find which rune connects with which, connects with where. Oh. Huh. I don't know what that is.
Don't let zombies get you down. Tend those wounds by stepping into this fountain of rejuvenation.
Fountains of rejuvenation are kind of rarely found. Basically, they will allow you to regain, if you stand in them, they will allow you to regain any health loss and refill any empty bottles. But they are limited. So be careful. Also, I wanted to swap targets, but we're not really going to do that. Go over here to collect the Chaos Rune and find another book with a chest.
Sometimes it may be useful to view the world from a different point of view. Be sure to take a moment from time to time to enjoy the beauty of our beloved Gallowmere. Keep your eye peeled for anything interesting.
Yep, to Dancan, basically just an over-the-shoulder view. It's kind of rarely used. Grab this. Alright, so for here, I actually want to actually use this because lots of zombies. Your shield can take some pretty decent beatings. But it's more of a wait until they attack type thing and then attack yourself. There's no way to recharge your shield duration, only
Remember, nothing
if
remains hidden
you
under the gaze of an angel.
grab another one. I just want to let that finish. Nothing under the gaze of an angel. Well, this is locked. Let's see what's in this book, though.
The object here is the chalice. Every time you dispatch an enemy with a sword, the chalice fills a little more. Fill the chalice and then collect it, and you will be worthy of visiting the sacred Hall of Heroes to claim a new weapon. There is a chalice to be found in every region of Gallowmere. They are all hidden or well guarded. Only a true hero will collect the full set.
Yep, not all enemies have souls. Killing most ones that do will fill the chalice, allowing you to collect it. Yeah, the only stage that does not have a chalice is Dan's Crypt. Anyway, if we go forward this way, we find that the way is blocked. It's like the way to the path to the chalice. If we go behind the angel, find a locked door, but a book near it.
The living world lies beyond these skull gates. The master of the hilltop mausoleum, the stained-glass demon, has possession of the skull key.
Huh, I guess you better go ask him nicely if we'll hand that over. Yeah, sometimes enemies won't really attack. Well, if you go down here, you can continue more. But we now have the ability to collect the chalice. Let's kill off these two zombies. And then let's go and then let's walk along this little ledge. Find some treasure. There's a lot of treasure everywhere. Anyway, if you smack the angel statue, it will turn, unlocking the other two gates. So now that we have... There's no gate on this one, so that's really weird. Anyway, if we go this way... Give me a minute, my foot's falling asleep. Anyway, if you go up here, to be ambushed by zombies, to find a new life bottle, which every new life bottle you find, you will gain full health. Life bottles will become situational at times now. Like, there will not be any new life bottle. There's not... Life bottles are not one a stage. That's what I'm trying to say. Why are we still killing enemies? Well, I kind of want to. Besides, we're not going to. Who will? Yeah, I hate... Yeah, my foot's asleep. My foot's asleep. God dang it.
Feel free to have a paddle in the shallow water, but don't be tempted to go for a swim. Buoyancy can be a problem for those of a dead disposition.
Yep, like I said, for the two types of shields, there will be 3 that we'll be finding along our adventure. Finding new ones will immediately replenish them, and like that book says, we can walk around in the shallow water, stuff that goes up to like at least their waist. But any that you cannot see the bottom of will immediately cost you a life potion. So be careful.
Tread softly. Zarok awaits beyond these gates. The master meets with the demon from the mausoleum, hatching plots of purest evil. Forgotten nobodies would be wise to make themselves scarce.
Yep, but we're not going to make ourselves scarce. It's time to follow Zarok. But first, the Hall of Heroes. All of the mightiest heroes are celebrated here. They aren't so interested in being your friend just yet. Slay a Zarok or two, and maybe they'll warm up to you.
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes, where the bravest warriors from history spend eternity, feasting, singing, and arm wrestling. If they think you're worthy enough, you may be able to persuade them to give you a new weapon.
Anyway, over here, we have the gargoyle merchants where you can replenish your supply. We're gonna replenish our supply of throwing daggers, mostly just because.
To pay homage to the heroes, stand in front of their designated statues and await spiritual guidance.
Yep, any glowing spot in front of a hero, they will be willing to talk to you. There are 3 heroes plus a statue of Dan. Dan over here. The statue of Dan will only be available once you have beaten the game and have collected every chalice. Huh. Can't go here. Let's see what that book wants to say first, then.
Only when you are truly worthy as a hero will you be able to ascend to the higher level of this hall. When you have paid homage to all of the heroes in the lower hall, the ghostly stairs will then become solid.
Yep, like the book says, when we talk to every one of these heroes twice, most of the heroes will actually usually give you like 2, maybe 3 things. But once we're talking to all 3 of these heroes twice, we will be able to ascend the ghostly stairs and see who else is on top. Behind the door is another hero. I find it really weird that they put a hero behind this door. I would rather the statue of Dan have been here than been there. Anyway, let's go talk to this guy.
Captain Fortescue, it's me, Canny Tim. Does the battle go well? How I wish I could fight at your side again, sir. But hold, You could take my crossbow. It's got rapid fire and it can ricochet the darts off walls to shoot around corners. I used it at the Battle of Gallowmere. After you were slain, I shot Zarok's champion, Lord Kardok. A clean kill through the eye at some 1,000 yards. Not that there's anything clever about shooting someone in the eye, sir.
Oh, goodbye, sir.
And from Kenny Tim, we got the crossbow, which is a better ranged weapon than the daggers. But okay, we're gonna talk about what I'm gonna do with these. I will be using the daggers until I'm out. Then I'm gonna be using the crossbow. I will go through the ranged weapons systematically. Anyway, yes. The weapons you see on the heroes, they will be given to you on your first visit with them. So, who knows? Maybe we'll get a spanking new sword. Or a hammer. By completing the second stage. But this is where we're going to go ahead and end off. Yeah, if you enter here, you'll just return to the map. So we're going to end it off here. And here. Actually, no. Right here. At the top of these stairs. Anyway, this is where we are going to end this first episode of MediEvil. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Oh. Stupid me. That was weird. Oh well. Anyway, in the next episode, we'll go check out the Hilltop Mausoleum and see if we can catch a glimpse of Zarok. Now, I will see you guys next time. Take care, everyone.
Our bone-headed protagonist, born again into this age of wonders. In life, he was just the worst. A coward, a cheat, a philatelist, or was it a philanderer? I don't recall. But either way, he seems to have woken up different. Perhaps he can redeem himself. Zarok should be more careful where he aims his dark magic. Our bone-headed protagonist, born again into this... Morton was so happy when Dan died. Surely he initially had a lot of housework to do, but now he's got the place to himself and just how he likes it. Of course, Dan coming back to life was a bit of a shock, but Morton will do anything he can to keep his home buddy safe and get him back to the earthy darkness as quickly as possible. Can you imagine how boring it would be to be a sentient being, wise even, and be stuck permanently to a brick wall? No wonder these guys are grumpy. They pass time by eavesdropping, gossiping, and bad-mouthing any bizarre-looking adventurers that might pass by. The mightiest heroes of Gallowmere are awarded a place in the Hall of Heroes. It's an exclusive club with access paid for by only the greatest of deeds. Who runs the place? We don't know. How do the heroes pass the time for all eternity? We don't know. But trust me, these heroes are the best of the best, and they deserve every moment of whatever it is they do up there. Even in medieval times, there were vending machines designed to part a foolish hero from his gold. Clever customers may qualify for a discount. Just don't ask the merchant how he acquires his wares. These guys were fashionably undead before it was fashionable to be undead. Your brain may have long since rotted, but that won't stop them from eating it. Just a few chops should do them in. Be careful not to miss. Oh, that would be embarrassing. It is said that Zarok's preoccupation with necromancy stems from an obsession to resurrect his childhood puppy. Let's just reflect for a moment. Isn't that just tragic? All this poor troubled soul has ever wanted is to command the forces of darkness, enslave mankind, and play ball one last time with dear old Mr. Snuffy.